What's up, Danksters? Welcome back to a brand new video. Growing up in the early 2000s, there were tons of MMO RPGs everywhere. You had Toontown, Wizard 101, RuneScape, Fusion Fall, just to name a few. And while these games are fine in their own right, and I have dabbled in and out on a couple of them, but anyway, with so many games around growing up, and if you read the title, you probably know what I went with. That's right. Wizard 101. Yes, I wanted Wizard 101 so bad as a kid. I remember seeing the commercials on TV everywhere, and I just wanted it so bad. I begged my parents, and you know what they told me? That's right. They said, no, I couldn't get Wizard 101. Well, feeling upset, obviously, that my first pick was shot down without a doubt. My parents just didn't want me to give out my address and stuff like that to strangers online. That never really made any sense to me, but hey, they had their reasons, right? Well, anyway, after a little while, I did stumble upon a website called Club Penguin, and since I couldn't get Wizard 101, I thought I tried to convince them to get me Club Penguin, and it actually surprisingly worked. And I wasn't no free-to-play player either. I was a big boy membership player. Now, I'm not really sure what was so special about Club Penguin, but I guarantee if you ask someone about it, they have that one special memory with it. Now, I'm sure that's safe to say with every game, but I'm serious. Club Penguin was actually pretty special. Every day I was so excited to hop online, seeing what everybody was up to, playing all the fun mini games, taking care of my Puffle, you know, the works. I was pretty into it. I always loved taking it up to the card dojo to play card jitsu. I loved card jitsu as a kid. And actually, to date my Club Penguin time, the Fire Dojo was the only dojo that had been built to the card jitsu dojo. That means there was no water temple and there was no frost temple to go to. So that's just to give you a little time to date it for when I played Club Penguin. Even though it was just a glorified rock, paper, scissors, I loved card jitsu so much to the point that I even went out in real life and bought the actual Club Penguin cards. I still own these cards to this day. In fact, while I'm talking about the cards, I might as well talk about all the Club Penguin stuff that I own. So why don't we take a little sidetrack, a little detour, and we'll get right back to the game after this. Alrighty, so we're back here, back on the floor mat, back on the dirty ass floor mat. Yes, so I actually have some Club Penguin merchandise that I thought would be really cool, really awesome to show off in this video. So that's what I'm going to do right now. First things first, I wanted to start with is the Puffle. Yes, so at one point there were Puffle plushies that you could buy from Walmart or the PX or wherever, and you could get, you know, all different kinds of Puffles. This is the original Puffle that I have gotten when I was first getting into Club Penguin. It's my very first Puffle. It's the only Puffle I actually own. And when you did get a Puffle, it came with a fish coin, which I always thought was pretty rad because, I mean, this is literally the Club Penguin money right here, and I have it in my hand. It's just awesome. And on the back side of the coin, you actually had the Puffle code, which is pretty cool. It doesn't work anymore, unfortunately. Like, none of the new Club Penguin stuff, any of the codes I show in this video, none of them work. So, it's unfortunate. But yeah, this was the first thing I got, and I'm so happy after all this time I still have this thing. So yeah, that's the Puffle. I know, Yu-Gi-Oh 5D cards, this is perfect for any Club Penguin video. Well, it's actually not for the Club Penguin video. What's inside the 10 is for the Club Penguin video. Card Jutsu got actually turned into an actual card game, and now I never played the card game. I just solely collected for it because, you know, I was a collector. I still am a collector. I just kind of like collecting for the stuff I enjoy. And to have these cards in real life, I mean, maybe if I knew someone who had Club Penguin cards, it's really cool because I've always been a fan of having the video game objects in my hand. Like, these are legit the cards. Some of these are original for the card game, but like this costume trunk, and there's some other ones in here that you can actually play, like Dessert Pizza. These are actually legit cards in the game. I can't tell you how many people play Cloud Wave. This is so fucking common in the Club Penguin card jitsu stuff. Each pack came with a holographic, if I remember, and these are just some of the few I have. But they also had stickers that you would stick onto the Penguin cards and give them their own costumes, and these would also count as cards. As you can see down here, all of them have like a number on them to what they are. And at first I was like, okay, there was only like one wave of cards, right? They didn't do any more than just one wave. And then I figured out after all these code cards, there's a second wave, and I only figured this out when going through my cards to experience it in this video. So I had no clue that there was 2 waves of cards, but yeah, there were. And speaking of cards you use in the actual game, this is one that gets used common a lot, Astro Barrier. But the cards were always cool to me. I always enjoyed seeing them. When they were at the store, I picked up a pack, you know, not very often because I was a kid. I didn't really have all the money in the world. But, you know, I had some money, and when I did, I bought Club Penguin cards. And when I was playing New Club Penguin, I thought about these cards, and it was really cool to go through these cards again, to look through them for the video, and then get to actually film myself, you know, looking through them. Now, there was also some Club Penguin video games. There's, I think, 2 DS games, and then we have this Wii game. This is actually pretty neat because it just takes pretty much all of the mini games, and I think they add a few, and they add it to a Wii game. You can still create a penguin, you can still walk around the island and compete in mini games, just like you could in a computer game. And what's also really cool about this game is that on the back it says earn coins and upload them to clubpenguin.com, meaning that you would be able to earn in-game stuff on this Wii game and then upload your progress to the actual Club Penguin online. That is pretty cool. I just dabbled in this a little bit. I didn't really go nuts playing it. I pretty much just picked it up because it was a Club Penguin game. I'm pretty sure a lot of people who played the computer game can relate with me on that. It's just pretty cool. I would like to get the DS game someday, the Elite Penguin Force 1. I definitely want to get. And now the final thing I got here in this bag are actually a handful of Club Penguin toys. So we're just gonna drop them all out. So yeah, now this is something new to me that I didn't even know. They made Club Penguin figures. These things are just so cool. I was at a flea market and someone was selling all of these figures for $1, and I had to scoop them up because, like, why not? And that was also part of the initial spark to get this Club Penguin video going. Now, I didn't know they made toys, but I am so happy they did because these little guys just look awesome. It's literally Club Penguin toys. I don't ever remember seeing these. I don't ever remember seeing these around. But I am so happy and I'm so glad they exist. Now, I could be wrong. I think these are actually, you can, you know, take their heads off and their bodies off for cosmetic purposes. And I say that because this blue one comes off pretty easily with a ninja body. And I don't know if this was a pre-existing ninja body. But as you can see, it just slaps right back on. You know, so I wonder if taking apart your penguin could have been a cosmetic thing, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just this toy is broken. I don't really, well, maybe you can. I don't know. I don't really want to break them if they can't be, but if that's the reason that these penguins can be mix and match, and that's really cool, and it actually brings part of the game into the real world with the toys. Well, anyway, guys, this is just a couple of Club Penguin things that I remember having. I have a book somewhere as well, a Club Penguin book that makes fun of Club Penguin a little bit. Like, they're very self-aware with some of the jokes on the island and stuff like that, but I couldn't find it for this video. I already had to dig pretty hard to find these toys in that puffle because I didn't remember where they were, but I found them. But I wasn't gonna go all the way out of my way to dig for a book. But guys, this was pretty much the Club Penguin merchandise that I have. I've been a fan of Club Penguin for a while, and while I've had these forever, just getting new stuff is also pretty cool. Well, anyway, thanks for coming on this little sidetrack, this little detour. Now we're gonna get back. Well, anyway, after all that, we see. Wait, this doesn't look right. Yeah, I don't remember any of this. Was this an update after I got off? Well, anyway, back to the mini games, which are tons of fun, by the way. Like Card Jutsu I brought up earlier and even showed my cards off, I just loved endlessly. And you know, when hopping back on Club Penguin, I wasn't scared to show off my Card Jutsu skills, you know, don't Don't worry about it. I'm still the fucking champ. Don't worry about it. Hydro Hopper is still loads of fun, even when it's running at 3 frames per second. But that's okay, because I'm an absolute unit and I can handle it. Now, back when I played Club Penguin for the first time, I really didn't like the surfing minigame, but now that I'm an adult and I can understand it a bit better, I have to say it's not bad. Surfing is actually quite fun on Club Penguin, so yeah, it's still pretty good. And the kart surfing minigame, I was pretty excited to come back to that. And wow, well, I just, all the songs in Club Penguin and all the songs in the minigames are pretty good for the most part, but kart surfing, Maximum Wave, this track is banger. Like, this track is so fucking good for no reason. It's so good. Now I could go on and on with all the mini games and what I think about them, but I just want to bring up a few because this video would be a lot longer if I just went into detail of every single mini game. So just to keep it basic, I brought up a couple. A lot of you are seeing the footage on the screen, and I know you're wondering, whoa, didn't Disney shut this down? How are you still playing? Well, first of all, yes, they did. And second of all, dude, could you get off my ass? Like, I was just getting on it. Why are you breathing down? Yes, Disney did shut down Club Penguin back in 2017, causing mass hysteria around the globe. Even myself was hurt by this, even though I hadn't played it in years. Hearing that it was gone, well, I just had to make a video on it. However, thanks to some dedicated fans, it wasn't long that we'd have to wait to get our hands on Club Penguin again. And then I began to enter an amazing world of nostalgia. So it's kinda cool to get to experience a lot of this stuff over and over again. I think what shocked me the most about this new Club Penguin stuff is that there are a lot of active accounts still playing new Club Penguin, still playing Club Penguin in general. You can see how packed the game is from this Prom 2023 event. I don't know much about it. However, every penguin was there, so I wanted to look my best and be presentable for the main event and do some missions and not get into the VIP room, because that's where I heard all the cool penguins are. And I was able to get in. My girlfriend wasn't, but hey, it sucks to suck. Hey. So I get in there, and my computer is absolutely lagging the shit out of this game because holy shit, there's so many penguins in the VIP room when I go in. This has been a great throwback to go back to Club Penguin. It's been so amazing. But you know what the coolest part about this whole experience has been for me is that I got my girlfriend to play. She just watched me play and she immediately wanted to play, and now we're experiencing this together, and I think that's really cool. I never had anyone to play Club Penguin with or share any stories with Club Penguin with, but now that her and I are playing together, it adds a whole new layer to the game that I absolutely love. So, thanks to her for wanting to play, even though she hasn't been able to get into the prom VIP room. So, she's still pretty cool and having fun. Well, guys, this is going to do it for me. I just really wanted to talk about Club Penguin for a while now, and since new Club Penguin has been out, I've been sitting down, I've been playing it. I was like, it is now high time to do that video. Plus, new Club Penguin has a Juice WRLD hoodie, so that's pretty cool. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Did you guys ever play Club Penguin growing up? Did you play it now? Do you play any of the new private servers? Let me know down there, and I'll get to you when I get to you. I have an Instagram, I have a Twitter, and those will be in the links down below. Please follow me. It would mean a lot to me, and I'm more active on Instagram than I am on Twitter, but please go follow both my socials for updates and just how I'm generally doing. And while you're down there, can I get you to hit that like button? Can we try to get this video up to 10 likes? That'll be much appreciated. And also, while you're down there, can I get you to hit that subscribe button and the bell for post notifications, because I wouldn't want you to miss a single upload of mine, and it takes like 10 seconds, and I would greatly appreciate it. And like I said earlier, I have a Patreon, yes, and that will also be in the link down below. So if you want to consider donating or supporting the channel, it's there for you. You don't have to, but I would greatly appreciate it.